Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back with some more DayZ and picking up right where I left off in the last video. Unfortunately, I really don't remember where that was or where I actually came from, so let's try to figure this out. But first I'm gonna scavenge, as I usually do. And I logged in today and noticed that there are so many servers since the last time I played. I mean, there's a lot more, and that goes to show you how popular this mod has become. I'm gonna switch to walking here because I don't want to make too much noise. Probably run into more zombies. How come I can't live in this little chicken coop? Just hide in there. Anyway, I don't think they'll find me in there. But yeah, this mod is definitely popular. People love survival horror, zombie apocalypse scenarios. So we're just gonna try to do the standard issue scout around. Obviously the game depletes you of food and beverage when you're logged off, so when you're logged in you have to immediately eat and drink, so kind of factors in time a little bit, I suppose. Makes it even more challenging. And that's really what I like about it. I mean, the challenge of this game has never been realized before. Diablo obviously has its own hardcore mode where you have a character and you can, if you die, that's it. But other than that, I'm sure there's probably other examples, but really there hasn't been... Has there ever been a shooter that has done anything like this? I don't think so. It's funny because it's just... Oh, I hear a zombie. It's funny because it's a simple idea, but just nobody ever attempted it. Anyway. Alright, well... When it comes to these little villages, the only places you usually find things are in like the outhouses. Or if there's an enterable building, which... I hope I can find some rubber-soled shoes. Because that would be great. Because I make way too much noise. Yes, I'm side-strafing. Deal with it. I know I have the alt button to look around. I like side-strafing. Allows me to point the weapon. I get a lot of critique because I don't use alt to look around, but you have to understand that I side-strafe. That's what I do. I mean, it's my nickname. I do it because I want to point my weapon and slice the pie, you know? It's that saying when you cut a corner with your weapon pointed so you can take something out. I usually want to be able to shoot where I'm looking unless I'm just like sightseeing, so... Oh, hey, monkey zombie. Oh! Well, that'll work. Thanks, I guess. He couldn't take being undead anymore, I guess. Does he have anything on him? Soda pop. That was like a drink dispenser. Let's see. Maybe there's something in that little shed. Nope, that's just a doorway that I can't go into. Let's see, well, there doesn't appear to be too much here. I suppose I'll head up that way next. I do have enough food and drink to get me by. So, here we go. Now I plan on trying to do a few more night games of this where I play kind of in the darkness. Just because I know they're definitely a lot creepier in feel, and a lot of people have been asking to see just some nighttime scary. Oh, I hear you. Oh, and by the way, just another disclaimer. A lot of the times, I'm not paying attention to my chat, and it's not on purpose. It's just because I'm playing the game and talking at the same time. And then having to read while you're talking and focusing on this type of a game is easier said than done, so I'm not intentionally ignoring anybody or, you know, so there's that. Alright, where... Yeah, I tell you, that sound, I mention it every time, but they sound like they're right on you. Oh, enterable building. Okay. You know I gotta go in there, right? I almost wish I could walk even slower. It's like I want one more mode of walking, like a shuffle. Sounds like he's to the left. Oh yeah, there's some stuff. He's got stuff there. Do headshots help? Yep, yes they do. Alright, let's see what we got. Empty. 45 ACP, soda can. I don't have anything that can use that yet. See, I'm telling you, if the game had more Franks and Beans, if the game had more enterable buildings, it would be just so much more intense. Could you imagine like cabinets that you could search through and things like that? Now, speaking of things that you can search through, a lot of you have been suggesting that I try out a game called Project Zomboid. And I did try the demo once. And, you know, normally I'd say that's not my kind of thing just because it feels like it's that isometric view type of game. Actually kind of reminds me of The Sims, except with The Walking Dead. But really cool. You can do almost anything in it, which is awesome. And I don't know, I might try it again. I only had the demo, so who knows, I might pick it up. It's only like $8, I think. Okay, well, there's that. But again, see, just the fact that there is an interactive building puts a lot more depth into what you can do. Back to the road. So, here we go. And again, if I run into people and you know, if they're friendly enough and want to meet up. And by the way, it seems like there is, since there's a lot more servers, I think it's probably going to be easier. Whoa. Helicopter. I hear it, but I don't see it. That's just a bird. Somebody... I know you can repair a helicopter, but geez, really? Like, you know what we're going to end up with now? We're going to end up with people that play this game that are basically the power levelers of DayZ, you know? Kind of like people that play World of Warcraft and have the best stuff. It's going to be the same thing with this game. Except, if you die, you're screwed. And I kind of like that, so... Gee, I wonder what it takes to fix a complete heli. But anyway, I was saying that now that there's a whole lot more servers and this mod is getting more popular, it's probably going to be easier to play with your friends and stuff. So who knows, I might end up with a group eventually or something. And I might meet up with a few of you guys eventually too, so it just depends on where I end up. But seems like a quiet road. Thick forest over that direction. Yeah, just some plains here for a while. Let's see. Oh wait, I just like lost the road. I was just wandering out into the middle of nowhere there. And here we go. Well, if anything, we'll at least have some high ground here to kind of scour the area. I don't like being out in the open like this, though. I know I say that all the time. Wait a minute, where am I going? Did that road just end, or is it just me? Ah, nice. Well, I think this was the road I was following. Do you see anything that we could probably head into? And this is like, you know, this is totally like a real situation here. It's like, wow, I just basically went to a whole bunch of nowhere. I probably should get the map from the website, like some of you have suggested, because... Oh, can't get through here. Oh. Let's see, there's a wall over there. I think that's a pathway. I would almost need to follow a major roadway to... something is telling me to go this direction. I don't know what, but I just kind of want to go this direction. So hopefully this isn't going to be a complete waste of time. Thankfully, I do, like I said, I have a decent amount of food and water, or cola. So... Wait, okay, so this... This is another pathway here. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Stick to the forest side. Play it safe. Now, a nice thing about this mod too is that they seem to patch it very often, so it does get a lot of support. I remember when I first played it, it was, I mean, it's alpha, but I remember when I first played it, it was a lot more buggy and glitchy, but now it seems to be getting a little smoother. See this guy in the chat talking about, Chopper, can you transport? Chopper. Wow. Huh. Now the question is, are they friendly or hostile? With great power comes great responsibility, you know. That gives them a big advantage if you think about it. But they also have to worry about protecting the chopper. I mean, do they have a home base? Kind of reminds me of The Walking Dead, you know, when they see the Hueys just like that flying overhead and wonder what it's about. So obviously there's some civilization over here. Interesting. That's the first time I've seen it. Whoa, yep, there we go. Jackpot. But I think I'm going to scour that farmhouse first. Check. And then I'll try to head back into that direction because I really don't want to miss too much. Here's everybody's talking about the chopper. I suppose I could ask them or something, but I really don't know what I would do with that. I mean, I suppose I could meet up with somebody. That also raises a question, you know, what kind of DayZ player or what kind of zombie apocalypse player would you be? You know, would you try to stick it out by yourself? Would you want to meet up with friends? I know a lot of people play this game solo and just totally trust no one, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that except for the fact that if you do run into trouble, you know, you're obviously going to be outnumbered sometimes, and I would say it is definitely better to play with friends, or if it was a real life situation, to group up with real people, because you can just help each other more than you could just being by yourself, especially if you're injured. If you're injured and you have some sort of wound that nobody else that you can't take care of solo. Alright, let's go in. There's a lot of stuff around here. Is that... I don't know if that's it's a major city over there. It might be. See in the chat below, it says, you people think the person with the heli is going to help you. Yeah, see, that was my thought process. Like, when it flew over, I was thinking, you know, is he like the first thing that crossed my mind, hostile or friendly? Like, I didn't even think about anything else. You know, that was, well, I suppose one of the things I thought about was like, wow, how do you do, you know, what it'd take to make all that, but, or to repair the chopper, but okay, time to slow down. Walkers. Okay, so remember what happens when you make noise here. Oh, please, you know, if the modders are watching this video, can you please add new footstep sound effects, please? I'll record them for you and you can use them. How about that? Well, that is not enterable. That large building is. I might as well start out with that one, right? Although it sounds like there's a walker in there. It's funny I call them walkers because they run so fast. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's one. But, you know, it's like your objective is to get loot, and... And here we go. Wait, oh! Yeah, you want me. You're gonna have to come up these... steps here. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I think. Yeah, come up here. I don't know, he's moving kind of fast. Alright, he took one bullet. Is he aware of me? I don't know if he reset or something, or if the monkey one was the only one that picked me up. Oh, shizzle. Crossbow. Crossbow. Nice. Sniper rifle or the crossbow? Ah, man, that's a tough decision. I kind of want the crossbow. Problem is, of course carrying or let's try this thing out. Let's see. The problem is, of course, I've got 2 bolts, and I lose a scope, which is kind of acts like a binocular, but and I'll probably miss with this thing because it's a crossbow, so it might be just more difficult to use. Some shotgun shells there, but I am kind of just curious about it because the major advantage, of course, is that it's a stealth weapon. Can I hit him in the back? Will it do a one-shot? Or I suppose I could miss. Like a fool. I don't know. This looks like it's a pretty good shot, no? Oh, that went into his head, but it didn't. I thought it would go into his back. So now apparently, this guy got nothing. Apparently I can reacquire my bolts, right? That's what I read. So here's one. Wait, no. But what about the other one? Is it on his body now since I hit him with it? So I have 1 bolt. Where's the other one that went into his head? Maybe because he's clipping through the building that it's... I want my bolt. Shots fired. Now I really want my bolt. So, oh man, really? So that's how it worked? I thought you could okay, I retrieved one that was stuck in the wall, but where's the one that shot him in the head? You know, why can't I retrieve that? Is it a bug? Am I supposed to be able to retrieve it? Am I not supposed to be able to? I don't I need answers to that. I'll have to read up on the forums and check that one out. Because, you know, having this as a stealth weapon is awesome. But if I can't retrieve the bolts, then it's kind of going to be pointless. There's another weapon. It's like... Oh man, there's some good stuff here today, but I need a bigger bag. That's... Look, I'm full. Well, I think this bandage could go here. Oh man, so some decisions here. You know, there's a good. I had that last time, I think, with my second character until I died. I only have 1 bolt for this crossbow. That's my... I'm going to keep the crossbow. I really want the crossbow, but it's a gamble because I have 1 bolt. If I use it up, I don't know. Because there's obviously way more shotgun ammo available here than... Where was this guy? Is that the guy that, like, passed out? Decisions, right? It's like, in theory, you could kind of carry... In real life, I suppose you could, you know, you could have the shotgun on your other shoulder. You'd just be encumbered. But in theory, you could technically have more than 1 weapon, you know, more than 2 main weapons, but just kind of a game limitation at this point. It'd be a pain in the butt to be hauling around all those weapons, though, in real life, so I won't argue that one too much. Although I'm kind of having second thoughts about the crossbow, because I have 1 bolt, and after that, I'm screwed, whereas I could get that, what was it, the Winchester or something? And have more ammunition and more firepower. Because if I come up against a player, the crossbow is not going to do me anything, especially when it comes down to like an intense firefight. Crossbow's great for zombies. That's about it. Compound crossbow, and then these are slugs, so... Well, you know what? For the sake of... I know I'm being too wishy-washy here with the idea, but for the sake of testing it out, I'll keep the crossbow and see if I can find some more bolts. And then I'll see how well we can do with retrieving bolts or finding some more bolts. But anyway, ladies and gents, we are... I believe nearing the 30-minute mark here, so I'm gonna call it quits on this episode of my adventures in DayZ, and hopefully we'll perhaps run in the direction of gunfire and try not to die. So once again, thank you for joining me, and see you on the next DayZ.